What's going on, guys? My name is Weopons. In today's video, I'm going to be telling you guys the top 10 best weapons. This is my opinion, so do not go in the comment sections and begin to hate on this video, giving this video a dislike and telling me a professional player would not like this. I hate when people say there's a professional player would not like this. And yeah, I just hope that you guys enjoyed this video right over here, and make sure to leave a like and subscribe. This video did give me a lot of views and a lot of support from you guys, so thank you guys for watching all the time. And yeah, let's start off with number 10, the Mastiff. You're probably gonna hate on me if you are the PK fan. Yeah, it's not as good as the PK in my opinion. It doesn't do as much damage as you want it to, and its fire rate is slow. Its time to kill is not bad, but I'd rather have a different type of a gun when it comes into this situation. You're trying to tell me someone has a bolt or a burst prowler, they're not gonna be able to beat you. It's just quite obvious. You have to be extremely smart to use this effectively against a fully auto weapon. You can't fool people with this, but because of its low fire rate, in my opinion, it's not really the best weapon to fool anybody with. And you can compare next to the EVA 8, which has very fast fire rate and the best shotgun out of all of the shotguns. If you don't accept, oh yeah, the golden weapons or the red weapons, if you want to say, the care package guns are not going to be here. So yeah, the EVA 8 has fast fire rate, but it doesn't do as much damage as you want it to all the time. And now we have number 9, the Havoc. The Havoc is an extremely strong weapon, and it's not like an AR that you would normally expect. It's like the gun that would do well at close range instead of mid range. So it was quite confusing when they gave it that. Had to give it a few buffs and everything, nerfs and everything. Its recoil did get buffed a little or nerfed a little, so now it's really hard to use. But yeah, the Havoc is still a really good weapon. We in the energy meta right now. The All-Star might not be the only weapon in the energy meta, but like I said, we in the energy meta right now, and you're gonna have to use this gun. It's pretty good, it's not bad. Guys, 34 bullets and is extremely good at close range. Recommend that you try out this gun here at close range. I don't think that it needs any buffs or nerfs, and it is a good state instead of it being like number 3 or number 4, the same way it was before, where it was so overpowered. Now you can go on with number 8, and that is the Artery 1. Most people are going to say that I put the Artery 1 at a good place. Other people are going to say that I put it too high or too low. Yeah, you're going to say that there's other guns that are better than it, but it's not really the best gun out of all of the ARs. If you compare it next to all of the other ARs, you gotta admit, it's not really the best gun to put next to all of those ARs. I do think that it doesn't need any buff, it doesn't need any nerf. Maybe for its time to kill to be increased. Yeah, they nerfed Evo shields and everything, but its time to kill for every gun is much higher right now. But in my opinion, it does need a buff to its time to kill, because at close range and mid range, close range, you're not gonna be able to kill someone because of its time to kill. Fire rate is pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. And now we're gonna move on to number 7, the Flatline. The Flatline is a really good weapon in my opinion, and you should be using this gun here more often than the Artery 1. Yeah, the Artery 1 got faster fire rate and good aim, but it's not as good as this gun. In my opinion, I do have to say that that's just a way better gun than the Flatline. It'll do way more damage, and if you're able to play on PC, you'll notice that your mouse is way more better than playing with the Artery 1. It's just a really good aiming tool, and I recommend that you try this out before you try the Artery 1. If there's Artery 1 and the Flatline, just pick up the Flatline first. It's a much better gun in my opinion, and it doesn't have faster fire rate, but its time to kill is faster, and its damage numbers is faster with its max size. Now we're gonna move on to number 6, the Triple Take. The Triple Take got a recent buff where Precision Choke is already on it. In my opinion, having Precision Choke already on it is kind of broken, but it finally gives snipers that thing where snipers have been highly used right now. I really do like that people are picking up the PK. In my opinion, it's the best sniper in the game. You don't have to say that there's other snipers that are better than it. You gotta admit, the Sentinel is a pretty great weapon, but it's not the best weapon because you have to use heals. The longbow was not as good as it once was in the early days, and yeah, that's just my opinion. It is the best gun out there. With Precision Choke made it the most powerful sniper in the game, but I always used to choose the longbow or the Sentinel over it. But in my opinion, now that it has Precision Choke already on it, it's the best sniper out there. Now we're gonna put number 5, and that there is, in my opinion, the best AR in the game, the Hemlock. Since burst guns got a massive buff, so any burst gun that you use is extremely powerful. The burst is really good on the Hemlock. It's almost like a fully auto, like a semi-auto weapon. It's just really cool. I think I said semi-auto, right? But yeah, it's just a really good weapon. Its fire rate is pretty fast, and single fire for long range, burst more for close range. It's just extremely good. You have to try out this gun if you haven't already. It was really underrated, but now that they increased the speed up on the single fire, it's like almost using a fully auto weapon. I don't recommend using it close range because you can have to tap like about 30 bullets at someone. It's not going to be the easiest as using a burst one. Now the next weapon that we have, oh, buffs or nerfs. I don't think that it doesn't need any buffs, doesn't need any nerfs, but the next weapon does need a nerf, and that's number 4, the devotion. Until the devotion gets its nerf, wait, the devotion's getting a nerf. Well, trust me to tell you that nerf to the devo is gonna do nothing at all. The devo is gonna deal 16 damage in the future and have a lower spawn rate with turbochargers, but in my opinion, it's just a broken gun. It was always the gun that never was in a good spot, and it was always the type of weapon that either needed a buff and a nerf, and people are hating the season just because of the devotion. We were talking about the Havoc that was once considered the most powerful weapon. We talking about the PK, the R99, the Wingman. We talking about guns like that there, and never once the people complain that it was the worst season because of that gun. And that means that the Devo is really overpowered, meaning you have to use it right now. My opinion, it can be the best, but you can defeat it if you're good enough player. You can use your wise decision making, and you can defeat it. So number 3 is the Wingman. In my opinion, the Wingman is an extremely good handgun. It's just one of the best guns out there, dealing 45 damage regularly, and then when you have armed cover, it deals 49 damage. It's just an extremely good weapon. Now skull piercers are back, so it could be one of the best weapons out there, but you have to put this on console as well. And me being a console player has to tell you that the Wingman is not the easiest to use on console. I do think that it is a great weapon. It doesn't need a buff or a nerf or anything like that. I just think that it should stay exactly the same way it is, but because of its single fire and the fact that it's hard to aim on PS4, you're gonna see why people hate this gun so much. I mean, it is powerful, but it's also really bad to use, and there's few people that rather go for a shotgun or something else. And now we have number 2. Do not hate on me for putting number one, but number 2 is the Prola SMG. In my opinion, the Prola is meant to lose to another SMG, even if it's not the R99. But yeah, its burst is extremely powerful right now. You don't even need select fire anymore. So it's so shocking for me to tell you that the next weapon is there, but the burst is just broken. Don't even pick up select fire. I'm telling you right now, burst for long, burst for mid range, and burst for close range is one of the most broken things in this game right now. I recommend that you try this here out. But yeah, the Prola is a great weapon. Select fire makes it a fully auto weapon, and it's way more dangerous, but it's not the easiest to aim with, and it does need maybe barrel stabilizers, but there's not much heavy ammo weapons that use barrel stabilizers. Number 1 is the Vault SMG. If you look at the gameplay in the background right over here, this is just some old gameplay that I've been using in the background. But yeah, in my opinion, the Vault SMG is the best gun out there. It is extremely cool, and its time to kill is extremely fast. You can use it at mid range and use it at close range, and you have a really good time when using this gun. I recommend that you guys try out the Vault SMG. It was the latest gun added to season 6, and be in the energy meta right now. Until the day they remove energy mags or something, that'll be the last time that the vaults will be like really great. But the vaults is, in my opinion, doesn't need any buffs, doesn't need any nerfs, doing 16 damage per round, being really good at mid range and at close range. So in my opinion, it was way better at mid range than the R99. So I even think if the R99 was still on the ground, this gun here could have been even better than the R99. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure that you guys leave a like and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you enjoyed these types of content. Tell me how you felt this video was, and if you have any suggestions to buffing weapons, to nerfing weapons, or if you have any suggestions that weapons should be higher or lower, weapons that I have not put on this list. Thank you guys for watching, and have a blessed day.